Alright, so season 3 of the Dream SMP anime has begun. I'll say season 1 was when they made the first Manberg and the election and Aaron and all that. Season 2 was like with the Wizards and the J-Slat and all of that. And the season 3, I think this is when season 3 would actually start because they're already, I think, establishing a story. So a lot of us know it's scripted, but like it does not really take away from the atmosphere at all. If anything, it adds onto the atmosphere because they'll have a better idea of what to do and what to say. And yeah, so I don't know why, but like everybody was trying to find to get Tommy to be an antagonist, but then they got depressed Tommy, and they're like, haha, what, wait, what? And then yeah, they got depressed Tommy instead, and then he just lives in a house with Ghostbur, who doesn't even remember half the shit he's done, and he's done really bad things, like blowing up the man, bro. Like, so yeah, I really don't know where else or what direction the SCP is gonna go now, because there are so many possibilities as to what could happen that yeah, I really don't think would I really don't think that I can accurately predict, because my prediction on the Schlatt on how they will respond to Schlatt was really linear because it was a presidential election. There was only two outcomes: either Schlatt gets spared or Schlatt dies. And Schlatt dies, but I didn't really get the drunk thing because like that kind of came out of left field there. But yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna try to put into I'm gonna try to put in two predictions on what happens next. So, or like one prediction. I think one prediction is better because I really don't know whether this is. I'm really drawing a blank here. Alright, so my prediction is that because you see Bad Boy Halo like sending a present to Tommy in isolation, and then yeah, and then you see Dream destroyed, but like I get a feeling that more and more people might join him, and so more people might preach for him to come back. I don't know. And then again, this may be completely wrong. Keep in mind, I am not affiliated with any of the content creators in any way, shape, or form, and this is just a fan comment speculating what they're gonna do and where the story's gonna go from here. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a story that my friend told me about his primary school. So I came from Singapore, as some of you know, and I currently live in Australia. Now, which part I'm not specifying, but I live in Australia. And I told my friend to tell me stories about his primary school. And that friend said, like, the way he makes his school sound is like straight up chaotic. He says that there's a lot of like unique characters there, and that because I don't know, it just the story's gonna describe it to you. So yeah, apparently the school is bigger. It's just really big. I've been there before. I've cycled there before. Basically, what he said was that I don't know if they've been caught or not. I forgot to ask him. But like somebody put a bag in the middle of the football yard, and then the school thought it was a certain briefing device used in Minecraft. Yeah, it was TN. Thought it was essentially a bomb. So they, I don't know. They put the whole school on lockdown, and then they called the police, and then it ended up. It was, you know what it was actually? You're expecting C4, but it was like, I think it was women's underwear. I don't know. It's still creepy, but yeah, the schools just sound straight up crazy. I mean, I wish I could have went to that school. It's like entertaining. It sounds entertaining as hell. And like that's not even the most insane story he told me. Like, I don't think I'm gonna tell them more because I don't really remember all of them. Yeah, a lot of them in my life. It's not like, because the people that come from his school tend to be the most expressive. Like they express the most emotion and are like the most the most mentally grounded to reality. So I can safely say that I think that's a good school. But according to him, the new principal, they changed principals and they started to go in a bit of a downward spiral. So yeah, F in the chat for his school. And yeah, I don't have any more stories to tell. I don't know if I have any more stories to tell you. But like, oh yeah, there was this. I never really understood how how people could fall asleep in class, but then today I finally understood because like today in STEM class the teacher put on a documentary about waste and stuff like that, and I'm not kidding, like half of my class was sleeping. I'm in a class of like 20 people, so it's relatively small, but like nine people out of those 20 were sleeping, so we weren't very engaged, as you can see. I mean, I nearly slept for like the first off, and then after that I just drew a scientist. I mean, like it's not really a particular scientist. I just drew him because I'm making a fantastical world. Yeah, I'm basically making a fantastical world that's full of beautiful imagination. So yeah, basically put him aside. Yeah, it was actually pretty pog. I just talked to my friend. Um, we just said we were just talking about how boring the lesson was. Uh, yeah, it's just one of those things where you get to feel close to your friends. My life is really boring. Don't kill me. Hmm. And there's one more thing. I'm a peer support leader. So being a peer support leader means that in my grade, certain people will get to mentor or like be a buddy with people people from year 6 becoming year 7s. So I'm a year 8 now. When it becomes year 9, I'll have to fulfill like some duties and stuff like that. And I don't really know. I mean, I'm not really so far not really very involved. They told us not to get involved with them during the orientation day because of certain virus restrictions. So yeah, I really don't have much to report other than I'll just tell you guys when the whole thing is complete, unless I forget. But I really think that's all I have to report for now. And I'll do another one of these if something interesting happens. Bye.